time.
No food during music class.
Hello, Eva Ann, how are you?
Hi, everybody.
Go say hi, Annika. So stand right in front.
Yeah, go stand so she can see you. Here, I'll put it like this so that you can see you too. There.
Say hi. You want to say hi? Oh, you got your mask too. Say hi. Do you like her mask?
Oh, nice.
Oh, one. It's really you. Look like her mask. Her mask has some patterns on it, looks like. Nice mask.
Zoom. Yeah. It's been working really good. Continues to do so.
So are you guys paying for that account?
I am. Yeah.
I don't think we're.
Oh yeah, because I was looking it up today. The free one only lets you do 40 minutes.
Yeah.
And then you have to pay after that. But it's actually not.
It's not unreasonable, no. And you know what? I just find for the peace of mind, because with a paid account too, then the ones that I'm recording will record to the cloud, so they're not taking up device space.
Oh.
Because you get a certain amount of storage with your paid membership as well.
Right.
And then later on, I can go and download them and dump them onto my YouTube, but I don't have to worry about it on the day. Because in the morning, I think I do 2 back-to-back that I have to record.
Okay.
And we were trying it originally with like record it to your device, but it takes so long to convert the file and then so much storage that I'm like, yeah, I'll pay $20 a month for this.
Yeah, okay. Because I got to look into that too.
Yeah, I haven't found it. I haven't found anything that I don't really love about it. Google Meets is now free on your Gmail.
Okay.
The only disadvantage, like the only reason I couldn't use Google Meets, and that's unlimited people, or no, maybe up to 100 for, like, there's no time limit, I don't think, on the Google Meets, but you can't record them.
Okay.
And then you will always appear small in Google Meets. So like when I was doing it, I was like, even if I recorded this, I would be like tiny up in the corner, and the kids are like your meeting participants are more like center stage.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's good to know.
Yeah, from what I found, and I tried a couple, but I didn't go too far afield because I was like, I don't need to try 5 things if one of them is going to work.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Hello, Adelina, how are you today? Oh, you're looking awfully fancy. I love it.
From the football jersey.
Football jersey and the mask and the side ponytail. I'm loving the side pony.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, it's bringing back the day when we wore the side ponies.
Yeah.
Good wave.
Great.
Hello, Annika. Can you wave? Can you wave?
Good.
She's waving. You wave.
Okay, I wasn't sure
There
if
you go.
Dan was coming in person today or if he was going to join us online.
How was your summer, Annika? Did you have a good summer?
Yeah.
Were you busy?
This summer we went to the beach.
The beach.
The beach.
I know, like, because Edmonton has so many beaches.
Well, when we want to go to the beach, we usually drive to Slave Lake because my husband lived in Slave Lake for a few years as a teenager.
Yeah.
And he's like, there is no better beach in Alberta. It is the only beach you should ever try to think of going to in Alberta. And I have to admit that once I went with him once, I was like, I kind of see what you mean. Like,
Really? Okay.
it's nice sand and the lake is nice. It's not all seaweedy.
Yeah.
And it is really delightful. It's just far.
Yeah.
Because I grew up going to I lived in Red Deer, so we went to Sylvan all the time,
Yeah,
and he couldn't stand Sylvan, and we didn't understand as teenagers. We're like, why do you hate this? Like, this is fun, and he's like, this is no beach.
Yeah.
We
I know
were-
what you mean.
So good.
Oh no, I know what you mean. Slave Lake is nice, and I think they have bald eagles there too, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So that
Yeah.
sounds cool to see those.
Yeah.
We went camping
No, I didn't like
and we saw a bear.
Did you? I think you told me about your bear sighting. It was pretty exciting.
Yeah, but it went close
that's
to
Chesapeake.
a person.
Okay, we're gonna get started. Like I said before, I'm not sure if Dan is joining us in person or online, so if we see him join the classroom, we'll let him in, okay? Question? Or are you ready to start? Nobody was more excited than me when I saw Dr. Dina say yesterday that we are allowed to sing in small groups with masks on. So I was very delighted to see, and
Did you see the number?
she didn't say a number, she said small groups, and I'm pretty sure we qualify.
Oh yeah, we call that. I just think in my class, like when we do
Class,
Canada
yeah.
mornings or something,
Oh,
or
yeah, I'm not
music
sure
class
about that.
for music teachers, because I feel so bad for them.
I feel bad for the school music teachers too, but I was rejoicing when I saw that information. So, are you guys ready? We're gonna sing the Sunbeam song. Here it goes. When the sun peeks from behind the clouds, the sunbeams sing and play. We will be together when it's sunny, it is our music day. Then we'll see who's joining in the fun. Clap your hands and tap your toes, keep time with everyone. And you know, I think that Eva Anna is the only one who knows that song because she was a Sunbeams 1 last year, and you guys were Sunshine 2s. So next time you'll have to sing really loud with me, okay, Eva Ann? But we'll teach it to them eventually. They'll learn it. Come on in, guys. Perfect. You made it.
Really loud.
Okay, so now that we're all here, I'm so glad because I was trying to think like, what could I do at the beginning of the class that if they're a couple minutes late won't be super important? Because today we have a really cool thing that we're going to learn. And I wanted to start out with some brainstorming. Do you guys know what brainstorming is? We all come up with ideas together. Can anybody here think of a word that starts with the sound try? Can you guys think of any words that start with the sound try? Try.
Try something.
Say it loud. Tricycle. Tricycle? Yeah.
Triple.
Tricycle.
Triple.
Oh, trifle. Oh, yeah. Okay. So I'm going to put that one to the side because I don't know if it's exactly what I'm going to talk about later. Good one. Someone's got dessert on the line.
3 layers.
Is it 3 layers? I couldn't remember if it's 3 or not. But yeah, it's pretty close.
3 layers and then you repeat it.
And then you repeat it. Okay, perfect. Okay, anything else? So does fit. Perfect. The other ones? Things that start with try. What about a shape?
Triangle.
Triangle. That's one. Try. Anything else? Well, square doesn't start with the sound of try, though. Sometimes we have mom and dads who really like to run, and sometimes they do a triathlon. You guys ever heard of a triathlon? Oh, Adelina knows where I'm going with this because she's heard her older brother play this. We're going to be talking today about triads. So the music one that we're going to do is triad.
Triads. You try to remember.
Triad. Now, triad is kind of like these other words. So we were saying trifle has 3 layers, tricycle has 3 wheels, triangle has how many sides? How many sides in a triangle? 3 sides in a triangle. So a triad has 3 notes. 3 notes. Okay, now, there's another word that I often use for talking about triads, and I hope that you guys can try this word out. It's chord. Can you guys try that word? Chord. Chord. Have you ever heard that before? Chord means 3 or more notes played together at the same time. Okay? But here's a tricky thing. All triads are chords, but not all chords are triads because triads are very specific. They have to be a certain shape. And I just put, do you guys see my CG bridge up here? When we add 1 note in between the CG bridge and we get space, 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 that builds the triad shape. And it reminds me of something that you can build in the wintertime. What does this kind of look like? Something that you could build in the wintertime. Kids, what do you think? Look at the 3 red ones stacked up. It looks like a snowman. Triads always start out in a snowman shape. Okay, so they're equal distance. That's the 3 spaces, or it would be 3 lines, and they're all together. So we can get them down into this shape where they're all close in 1 octave, and it's space, 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 or line, line, line. This one, C, E, G, is pretty easy to play for your fingers. So you're going to use finger 1, finger 3, and finger 5, kids. Why don't you go on up to your piano and give that a try? C, E, G, 1, 3, 5.
1, 3, 5.
1, 3, 5. That was 1, 2, 3, Annika. Can you try 1, 3, 5? Now, all together at the same time. Yes, good. Good. 1, 3, 5.
No.
No, G.
That's 1, 3. That's close.
C.
Nice. I really love your socks. So you want to show me? That's a really good try. I think I
Practice. I remember this practice.
This one.
1, 3, 5.
Continue.
That one's a little tricky. We are going to get to that later.
Yes, good job.
I know.
What's your teacher lecture?
Now, in your parent pack, you should have a page protector that has a couple of pages that look like this. They're kind of like they've got a bunch of circles, and it's just a protector. So it should be in that envelope package I gave you.
I think ours got unpacked.
Oh, here.
Yeah.
I can print you one here quickly. Yeah, we got stickers galore, my friends. So pull them out. There's 3, I think, in there, and you can just pull one of them out. Yeah, they should be all on a page protector together. Perfect. And you're gonna need a pencil, so make sure you grab a pencil. So cute, right? Okay, I'm gonna go grab that off my finger for you. No problem.
Yeah.
Grab a pencil.
Okay, there you go, dear. Thank you. Okay, so first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna fill in the scale. Okay, so what does C scale start on, kids?
G.
No, C scale starts on C. So in the first circle, can you put a C?
The C. Yeah, the C.
The first circle, it's a red circle. We're putting out the letter C.
Can you put a C?
Good. What would be next, Eva? Add after C? Good. What letter would come next?
What's next?
D.
D. You got it.
Okay, write down D.
Add D in the next circle, the green circle. D. And then what's next?
What's next? Tell teacher what's next.
D, D, and then
Uppercase.
E. Very good, Dan.
Because it's a major, right? C major, so it's like uppercase.
E. What's after E, guys?
What's after E? Eva? What's after E?
F. Good. C, D, E, F.
What's next? What's next? C loud.
C.
Oh, no. You know what? I took the classroom sharpener home to get all the new pencils ready. I don't think I brought it back.
Remember, C major is all uppercase, okay? Because it's major.
Nobody's used that pencil for a year, so you're good to go. It's been sitting in that drawer for 6 months.
It's like my classroom right now. Anytime someone's like, I need it, like, I have no worries right now.
Yeah, no, it's pretty clean. Okay, so we've got C, D, E, F,
Tell
and then
teacher.
G.
And then, what's after G?
What would be after G?
A.
A, very good.
Write down. Uppercase. What's after A?
And after A, we would need,
D.
Yeah, write down.
I think we need B first and then C, right? A, B, C.
Last one is?
Do a C.
So we've got from C all the way up to C.
Okay.
Great, good job. Well done.
Okay, see, the C tried to go with C, right? What about this?
Yeah,
I guess this is C, D.
that happens.
Okay, look.
This is why we all got to go back to school, right?
This is your right hand, right? And this is left hand, right?
Good.
Which letter go with which triad, right? Is it called triad, right?
Don't worry, I'm kind of in a unique position to see kids outside of the school environment, and I can usually tell if I'm like, oh yeah, you're fine. This is what I usually expect from Sunbeam too.
Look, one more C.
And one more C. That's right, Annika. Great job. Okay, now guys, do you
Hard
see this
progression.
anywhere? Let's look for that snowman shape.
See, snow machine.
Is now when we look at the snowman that I built up
Look
here,
at snowman that teacher built.
when we look at this snowman, C is at the bottom. So when we fill in the snowman here, we need to put C as the feet of the snowman. So we're going to put C down at the bottom, the feet of the snowman.
Yes.
And then C gets to go in the middle,
E, right down E.
in the middle, and then G is at the top.
G.
So we've got C, E, G.
Yes.
Perfect.
This way.
Yeah, you're on the right track, Evelina. So E goes in the middle, perfect. And then G at the top. Well done. Okay. Now, you guys probably already know this next thing that I'm going to tell you, but we like to overname things in music. We give everything lots and lots of names, okay? Kind of like sometimes kids have lots of names. Does anybody in this classroom have 4 names? Oh. Do you have 4?
No.
I had a couple in the last class tell me that they had a few Chinese names and a few English names, so they figured the total might get up to 4, okay? I have only 2 names, even though I have 4 words in my name. So names can be crazy, right? Now for this course, we have lots of names. What color is it? That's its first name. What's its color?
Red.
Red. Easy, right? Its shape name is its second name. So we said it looks like a snowman. So that's its second name. It's a snowman. So it's a red snowman. But now we're going to pick one of the letters in the chord that gets to name the whole chord. One of these letters is the most important letter. And what we do is we kind of think about roots. Now, what has roots, guys? Plants, right? And the plant is up above the ground, and then the roots are underground. And what we're going to do is we're going to start at the top, like these are the leaves of the plant, and we're going to see where there's room to build roots. Is there any room under G to build some roots?
No.
Not really. Is there any room under E to build roots?
No.
No. How about under C?
Yes.
Yes. So we're going to draw. You can take your pencil and draw a few tiny little roots under C. So I just did a few tiny little roots, just like that.
Follow them. You have to follow them too.
Little roots. And that means that
First,
gets to
1,
name the chord.
2, 3.
Oh, wow. I see some extensive root systems happening here.
It's like an onion.
Oh, nice. Yeah, like a green onion, right? It's got those little roots down at the bottom. Fantastic roots. Oh, Adelina, look at those roots. They're going everywhere. So, and let's see. You've got some roots on hers? Oh, wonderful. Very neat roots. Excellent. Sometimes roots aren't neat at all, are they, guys? When you pull up a plant, its roots are all scraggly and weird. Now, that means that C gets to name this triad. So we can call it the C triad. Okay, so that's its third name. So its first name is Red, Snowman, C triad, but we also give it a number. Now, the number name is really challenging because if we put a regular number 1, we might think that that 1 is for our fingers, right? Because normally when we put a number down, it's for our fingers. So we don't use regular numbers to number our chords. We use Roman numbers.
What?
Has anybody in this class ever heard of Roman numbers before?
Roman numbers?
Have you heard of Roman numbers?
Have you heard Roman numbers?
No? Oh, I'm so glad that I get to be the one that tells you about Roman numbers because they're really
Learn
crazy.
about Roman numbers.
Now, the Romans didn't like the regular numbers and they really loved math. They loved to show off their skills of adding and subtraction. They said, we are so good at adding, we are going to use adding to make our very own numbers. So for number 1, they thought, okay, number 1 is pretty easy. We'll draw a line, and they put a hat and a boots on the line. You guys see it? It looks kind of like the letter I. For number 2,
Or 1.
you have 1, and you need 2, you just add another one. So they put 2 lines,
Means 2.
and they gave hat and boots.
Roman number means 2.
So far. For number 3, they put 3 lines and they gave it hat and boots. But they started to go,
Let me see. 1, 2, 3.
this is looking a little bit crazy. We don't want to put 4 lines. We want to be more clever.
See,
So
number
they
4.
said, and they said for 5, we're going to use a V instead of a line for 5. And they thought, how do you get 4? You take 1 away, right? So if you have 5, you take 1 away. So what they did is they put 1 line in front and then the 5 to show take 1 away from 5 to be 4. Isn't that the most ridiculous 4 you ever saw? Oh, it's crazy. For number 6, the line after to show 5 plus 1 is 6.
1,
And then for number 7, they had 5 plus 2.
3,
And thankfully in music, we only need up to number 8. So that's 5 plus 3.
4.
Yikes, hey guys? Now, this is all, we only use these numbers for chords, okay? And this is because like when you grow up, if you say to somebody, oh, let's play the red chord, they're not gonna know what you mean. Okay, but if you said, let's play the 1 chord, people will know where to build a 1 chord. Well, classical musicians will anyways. So what we're gonna do, oh, here's one thing. Hopefully this one hits. Have you guys ever seen these before?
I have.
You have? Where have you seen them, Edelina?
On our clock.
On your clock. Sometimes clocks have Roman numbers. I don't know if you're a big Star Wars fan, but these are the Star Wars numbers. Okay? So when you watch Star Wars episode 4, these are the numbers that they use for Star Wars. When Frozen 2 came out a couple of years ago, they didn't use a regular 2, they used a 2 like this. I loved it when those movie posters were out because I was like, hey guys, you saw some Roman numbers on your way home today. But Roman numbers can be pretty useful for us because then nobody will think it means a finger, right? When you see that Roman 1, you're not going to go, oh, I better use my thumb for that. No, you're going to think about a chord. So you don't have to remember it today, okay? I will remind you many times, and we really don't start calling it the 1 chord until next year in Sunbeam 3. We're going to stick to red or snowman this year as we get started on these, okay? So let's just review. What's its color name? What color is it? Red, good. What is its shape name? It looks like a snowman, good. What letter gets to name it? C, good. And then what's its fancy, oh, I didn't say what its fancy number is, did I? In the scale, C is number 1. So this gets to be a 1 chord. So underneath the red chord, you can write that fancy Roman 1. So I'll just show you here, and you can write a 1 down underneath there. It's 1 chord.
Roman number 1. Roman number 1 is like I.
Awesome. Great job, you guys. So here's what we're going to do today. We're going to go to our pianos, and we're going to try playing. This is C with a red chord. This is E without a chord. This is E with a red.
Roman number 1, like this, like an
So it's kind of like what we did with the octopus last year, but you only have to do the reds.
Roman number 1 is like I, right?
So let's go on up to our piano. Take it with you.
Okay.
Left hand can find the chord, and right hand can play the C. The left hand's got the chord C, E, G. Right hand's got a C. Good job, Edelina. Yeah. Okay, 1, 2, ready, go. This is C with the red. Where's that? This is D without a chord.
Yes, there is all the chord.
This is E with the red chord. Back your thumb. This is F without a chord.
With all chord. And G with
G with a red chord. This is A without a chord.
A with all chord.
This is B without a chord. This is C with a red 4. Okay, now guys, I have a question. Did anybody make a mistake?
Yes.
I think so. I think we all made at least one mistake. Okay? So stop. I want you to think about your mistake and how you could fix it.
We forgot to tuck in your hands.
Okay, and we're going to do it again. And we're going to see if we can do it with less mistakes. Okay, so get ready. Both hands up. Nice. Okay, are you ready? 1, 2, ready, go. This is with a red 4. This is C without a 4. This is E with a red. Tuck your thumb.
Good job.
This is F without a 4. This is G with a red 4. This is A without
A without cord.
This is B without a 4.
B without cord.
This is E with a red 4. Wow! Did you do better or worse? I think everybody did better.
Better clear.
You made a mistake? Okay, that's okay. Come on, have a seat. Now, Annika was a little sad because she felt that she made the same mistake the second time as the first time. That's okay, because guess what? She noticed the mistake. The important part is to pay attention when you're playing to see if you make any mistakes. Because if you notice the mistakes, then you can think about what you can do to fix them the next time, okay? When we did that little bit of thinking in between those 2 tries, we got much better on the second try. And that's what I wanted you guys to think about and notice. Now, let's turn to K2 because I think we can use this triad on K2. So for
That cord only goes with C, E, G. Okay.
the left hand has a bridge, but I think we should turn it into a triad. So with a pencil, can you add another little circle in the middle to turn them all into snowmen?
Okay. Thank you.
Can you turn it into snowmen like that? On yours.
All the snowman. Yeah. Another circle here.
Just took my pencil and I added another circle in the middle. Okay. Let me do that. Oh, a black crayon might
This is
work.
C triad, right? Red C triad.
Yeah, so inside those bridges, if you can add one more circle to turn it into a snowman.
Okay. Okay. Okay, more noticeable. More noticeable.
What do we hear, piano?
That's the next door, kids.
Okay.
I think those are Moonbeam 3's next door, right? Is that your son next door? Yeah.
My brother is in Sunrise.
Sunset. I love it. That's so fantastic.
A, E, G, C triad, right?
Oh, that's what Carolyn actually calls it.
Does she call that?
Yeah,
Oh, is she doing another year group?
she's doing a trial thing and set up
Oh, okay.
a post group after everything's done. Now
And
she calls
that's
it actually sunset.
That's so cute.
And that's what my brother is.
And that's what your brother
And her
is.
studio is in her house basement.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool studio. Hey, I have seen it before. It's a nice one.
She's got a group of 3,
3 of them. Oh, that's a nice size.
and then one's a set of twins. So it's
Yeah.
actually Emmett.
And then these 2. I did that one year with 3. Unfortunately, that was the year that I was expecting Max and then ended up on bed rest for 6 months. So it didn't last very long.
Good bed rest. Oh my goodness.
Okay, so now we're gonna try playing this. If you guys want to use the chord or the triad already today, you can. But if you're feeling nervous about it and you want to only do the bridge, you can just do the bridge too, okay? So it's your choice, triad or bridge.
Play with
So
C
up
triad.
onto your piano.
Play with C triad. Last week we
Okay,
played
right
that.
hand C.
Play with C triad. Okay, let's see.
Do you want to move your right hand down to middle C, Annika?
C triad.
Yeah, there you go. Nice stuff.
C triad. C.
Okay, so
Cross in the middle E. Okay.
fast. You can do a triad if you want to, or you can just do a bridge. It's up to you. Here's our speed. 1, 2, ready, go. C, 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 E, G, 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 E, G, G, E, E, C, C, E. Awesome. Now, this is not the last time you're going to play it for me, okay? So we're actually not going to sticker it right now because next week I want to hear each of you have your own turn to play it. So we're going to play it for solo next time, okay? So on the homework sheet, I try to put a star beside the one that's going to be for solo. I am editing pretty carefully this year, so I'm hoping it's going to be accurate. But you guys know me, sometimes it's not. Sometimes I was like, oh, I changed my mind. Yeah, there you go. That's a great, she put a star sticker on it to remind that it was the solo one. That's a great idea. Awesome. Okay, so you guys, I think we need another new song because I don't think K1 and K2 are going to keep us busy for another week. Let's look at K3. Can you find K3? Now, if you can get a highlighter or a crayon or something in your hand, we're going to play a little bit of I Spy. Hey, oh, fancy other time. Okay, so kids, are you ready?
I use crayon.
I spy with my little eye, jump down low. Can you look for a jump down low?
Where's jump down low?
There are 2. So you can circle them or join them together with a line. Good.
Is this jump down low? Jump down low.
Now remember that jump down low should go line, 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 or space, space, space. So this one's line, 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 right?
Jump down low. Okay.
All right. Next up, can you please look for stepping down? Stepping down.
Right? Right?
Maybe circle it this time
Right.
if you're using color, or
E.
yeah. Try another one if you've got another color handy.
Okay, we got this one. Stepping down.
And Annika, we did a different thing because it's not the same, right?
Get out here. It's not gonna wait to do it at school.
Stepping down. There is another one, but look carefully. There's 2. They're at the end of line 1 and the end of line 2.
No, that is stepping down.
Yeah.
This is jump down low. This is
Stepping down.
So remember, this one would go line, space, line, E, D, C.
Line, space, line, right? Line, space, line.
We're looking for a line, space, line pattern, right, Annika? Did you notice that? Line, space, line. It's the same. You've already said it. No, I haven't.
Space, line, stepping down, line, space, line.
Okay, now I'm ready to tell you about another one. Are you guys ready? This one's really tricky. I don't know if you're going to be able to find it. Jump up high. It's very sneaky.
Oh.
I'll give you a hint. It's not a TT. It's half notes jumping up high. Yes, Dan, very good. So if you found it
Yeah,
in the left
in the
hand.
bass class. In the bass class. Yes.
Very good. Jump up high.
You can put a big box around it.
Oh yeah, box would work for sure.
Okay, that's a huge box.
A massive box.
Looking
Guess what letters are
up
high?
high.
E,
Jump
E,
up
E, G. Oh, those are the notes of the C chord, but they're one at a time instead of all together. All right. There is another pattern here, and I think this is the one that you guys thought I was going to say last time. You were hoping I was going to say standing still. Do you see any standing still? 3 the same.
You see?
You might see 8 the same. That's tons. I don't think you need to color the C's, guys. That's so many. Do you see the D, 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 though? Where's D, D, D? There it is. Maybe put a heart around that one, Annika.
Heart?
Yeah, do a big heart around it. Yeah, there you go.
Do we do the CCCs too?
You could, but you know what? I don't think you need to. The standing still of D's happens 2 times, though. Can you find both? Very good. There's 2.
I made a heart too.
So kids, now that we have another new song, what's a good strategy for starting out? We can start by clapping. So let's clap line 1 and line 2 right hand, okay? We're gonna clap right hand. Remember to say your rhythm words. Ready, clap. Ta, ti, ti, ta, ti, 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 ta. Ti, 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 ta. Wow, that's a lot of TTs, isn't it, guys? Be careful. Please do not let your TTs do this. TT, 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 TT. Okay? Those would be, I had a good laugh when I thought of this. Those would be good socially distant TTs because there was space in between them. We don't want our TTs to distance. We want them to be right beside each other and very even. Okay? Yes.
If it's down, it will put it.
Yeah, but you know what happens when we space out our TTs? They get bunchy, and then our music feels like blah, 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 blah. It feels like bunchy in here, okay? We want it to be nice and even. Even if it's slow, listen to this. T, 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 T. I don't clap them in groups of 2. I clap them all in a row. Yes, Adeline?
Did you put some plastic to mine on here?
Oh, there should have been one. I think it's this one here. You need some? There you go. Good idea. Good idea. Yeah, you're reminded. Chris and I were talking about all the buzzwords that have now entered our vocabulary, right? Okay, so guys, this song is a little bit trickier than songs with chords in the left hand because we're playing 1 note at a time. And what we're going to be doing this year is we're going to play 7 scales total, so 4 majors and 3 minors. And in each key, we're going to get 1 song with chords, 1 song with single note left hand, and 1 song that goes from the right hand to the left hand. Okay, so those are kind of the 3 skill areas that we're going to work on this year. So please do not worry if this song never really works out. Okay, if they try and they're starting to get it, but it never really kind of gets finished or feels like, wow, that's a song we could play for somebody, don't stress it out too much. If we're 3 or 4 keys in and your kids are still struggling with that single note left hand, we can start to worry then and we can start to give a little bit more practice on that skill. But what I have tended to find is that this one is a total disaster at the beginning of the year. And as we get the other ones in the other keys, the skill gets easier and easier for kids to manage. It is actually easier for them to play all 3 notes of the chord because it's a shape that they recognize. And in this case, when we're playing each note individually and they have to switch, it can be a little bit more challenging. It's a great place to use your pencil and join the top note to the bottom note to see what happens together, like we did on K2, okay? Good, okay, you guys, I have a funny little song to sing with you guys today. These are tin sheets. So grab your tin sheets. And I'd like you to put on 3 C's. So 3 middle C's. in a row. 3 middle C's in a row. 3 in a row.
Oh, your back is at home.
Three C's.
Oh, I'm ready.
Oh,
Oh, phew, they made it.
oh no.
Are your magnets in there?
I want.
Oh, you changed your case. Fancy. So we're just going to put 3 middle C's in a row. Perfect. Nice job, Evan. So you might have to use some black ones, Adelina, like 1 C and a couple black ones, or you might have 2 C's. So like this, Annika, we want 3 middle C's in a row. That's a nice snowman chord, though. I like it. So, kids, have you ever noticed that sometimes words sound the same, but they have different meanings? Like if I said, can you see me today? I'm talking about, can you use your eyes and look at me, right? What if I said, let's go to the sea? I'm talking about water, right? What if I said, here is creepy sea? I'm saying the letter C. So this is a silly little song about those 3 words, C, C, C.
Maybe you heard this.
Creepy sea went sailing on the sea between spaces 2 and 3. Now we're going to take one of them and put him down to low C. His anchor went down, so take one and put it down to low C. So one of them is going to go down, and his flag went up. So take another one and put it up to high C.
Up to high C.
Yeah, that's right. 2.
Yes. Putting this in. Okay.
Now we're going to put one up to high C. Good, very nice, Evan.
Low C, middle C, high C.
So his anchor went down and his flag went up. Creepy sea, now sees more seas. So this is a very silly song. Are you guys ready to try it again? Let's take our C's back to the middle.
Okay. C.
And we're going to do it again. Creepy sea went sailing on the sea between spaces 2 and 3. His anchor went down and his flag went up. Creepy sea now sees more seas. Nice. You guys are getting quick at that. Let's try back to the middle.
Yeah.
I'm going to sing it faster. I don't know if you guys can do it faster.
Let's follow your teacher. See if you can do it.
Are you ready? Creepy sea went sailing on the sea between spaces 2 and 3.
Quick, second.
Went down and his flag went up. Creepy sea now sees more seas. There you go. Nice job. So it does have a funny little picture too. If you guys want to turn to S4. It's got a cute little picture down in the bottom corner of Creepy Sea's little boat and his anchor and his flag. And you could probably color that picture. That would be really cute, hey? Yeah, so it's a fun little way to think about the seas, the anchor and the flag. Yeah, exactly. Good job.
Low C is the anchor, right?
He's
High
in a
C is the flag, right? He's high
right?
the flag. See,
Okay, we're going to go to
anchor. Yeah, look, this is anchor.
E15, we're going to be doing the bottom today. Okay, so you can grab your castanets. We're going to be reading the bottom, so wherever the stems go down, it starts with ta, ta, ta. You can highlight it, yeah, if you've got a highlighter handy.
Last time we should do the top, right?
Yeah. You can do the bottom today. Oh no. I can clean a castanet. You can borrow one. Nobody has reached their hand in this castanet bin all summer. So if you take the top one, take that green one. Look and decide which one you're going to touch first. Take the green one, I think.
Just take one. Just one.
Okay.
That's all that.
Yeah.
When we're done, we give the basket.
You can put it in my bucket when you're done. Okay, this is the bucket of stuff I have to clean before I put it away. Okay, are you ready? We're going to be doing the bottom. you read? Ta, ta, ta,
Note.
ta, ta, ta. Note.
Note.
Ta, 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 ti, ti, ta, ta, ti, ti, note, ta, note, ti, 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 ta, 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 note, ta, note, ti, 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 half, note, ti, ti, ta. Okay, let's try it with some music. One, two, ready, go. Ta, ta, ta. No. Ta, ta, ta. No. Ta. Ti, ti, ta. Ti, ti, ta. Ta. Ti, ta. 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 Ti, 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 ta. No. Ta. No. Ti, 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 ta. 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 No. Ta. No. Ti, 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 ta. No. Ti, ti, ta. Great job. Guys, does anybody know why we practice e-pages? Why do we do e-pages?
Keeps the beat.
To learn how to keep the beat,
Can I put it in?
because they're fun. Yeah, you can put it in the dirty bucket, Dad. Thank you. Nice job. So, to learn how to keep the beat, to play rhythms, lots of different rhythms, without having to worry about notes, to learn to listen to other people in the classroom and to the music, to start together at the same time, to end together at the same time. Those are some of the reasons that we play e-pages. I also think that one of the reasons we play e-pages is because they're fun. What do you guys think? Do you guys like playing e-pages?
No.
I like playing e-pages. I think playing with the music is so much fun, and getting to try different instruments is fun too. All right, so let me find my list here. I feel like I'm missing something. I'll figure it out. No, we did that. Oh, you guys just did your work faster than the other kids. The kids in the class before you took about 2.5 times to do some of those activities, and I was like, oh, we're gonna run out of time. But you guys did great. Now, let's, oh, I just wanted to mention as well, did everybody find the homework page okay? Yeah, okay, we're all back to kind of the old habit of where to look for things. When you go to that parent resources page, if you need to look at the old videos from last week, you can go, there's the weekly homework sheets, and then underneath it says archive video lessons. And we didn't put them as links simply because YouTube just ports the video over onto the web page if you do the link. So it's just regular text, and you can copy paste it into your browser. They are unlisted videos, so other people can't find them, but you will be able to see them if you have the link. And then if you need to go back and view an old class, you can do that. It is going to be your class that I'm recording, so if you want to see yourself, you can go and see yourself. But that is something that we're going to try to keep up with this year, to have that as an available thing for if you ever do have to miss your class, so that everybody can stay caught up. This week you'll find too, I did put the S pages, links to Abby singing and playing some of those S pages like the Creepy Sea song and stuff like that on the homework website. So you can do some of those S pages a little bit more easily at home if you're not feeling super comfortable with how did that song go again? You have the recordings. And then there is also, we're gonna try to have a game of the week every week. For those at home, next week when we start doing solo time, you're gonna wanna have that game kind of printed off in advance so that you've got it ready to go. But for here in the classroom, you can kind of view that game as an enrichment activity, something that you can do, but you don't have to do when you're at home. So if it's not a game that we played in the classroom and it's a different game, you're certainly welcome to print it and use it, but you don't have to. Sometimes I find in Sunbeams too, you spend your time at your practice on your piano stuff and you're like, yep, that's all we had time for. We did never get to an E page or an S page, and that's fine. Because sometimes Sunbeam twos, some of them catch this idea of the hands together a little faster, and sometimes you need those extra activities. So they're there for you if you want them. Let's grab out our do-it-tanks, guys. I still want to every week go around the room and ask you how many days you did, because I think it's really important for us to hear how much our friends practiced. And it's also really fun, like when we did a week of 5 or 6 or 7, to say it nice and proudly that we did 5 or we did 6 or we did 7. You did 5? Okay, so Adeline told me she did 5. Dan, how many days did you do? You did all the days, so that's 7, right? Eva Ann, how many days did you do? Oh, she got 7 days too. Nice check marks. Excellent job. Annika, how many days? 5. Okay, so everybody in this class can put a sticker from the little envelope onto the first box of the chart. Not the smelly stickers. No, we got to save those smelly stickers for the end of the line, right? But one of the little stickers can go in the first box of the chart.
For Christmas.
No, that would be exciting though. Wouldn't it? Oh man. So it was kind of rainy this morning, right? And my brother and sister-in-law are planning on moving, and they gave us a plug-in fireplace. So we got up this morning, and Max had put on his Disney Christmas record and was relaxing in front of the fireplace that he turned on. Okay, so we've got for Mrs. Treble class number 2, we've got a little sticker of Dino the dinosaur. So you can put Dino the dinosaur on number 2, because you come to 2 classes now. Dino, our friend D.
What is the bunny?
That's Hop. You forget about Hop? Oh, terrible disaster. You may tell me something.
Where's Jasper? And we saw 2 elves.
You saw 2 elk in Jasper? So cool.
What
Good
is
job. And who's the other one?
What is Hop?
2 lakes, Lake Edith and Lake Edith.
Okay, perfect. That's awesome.
What is Hop?
Do you want to know, there's not that many people named Edith out there yet, and I have known 2 in my life, and they both taught this program. And I'm like, what are the odds of that?
Sticker.
Good. Okay, did everybody get all the stickers that they needed for today? Perfect. Okay, let's stand and sing So Long Farewell. Here we go. So long, farewell, our music class is over. We sang a bit and played a bit, and now it's time to stand. Yes.
You know why I said yay?
Why?
Because now I'm going to my friend's house.
Oh, now you're going to your friend's house. That is very exciting. Okay, guys, you want to come over here and say goodbye to Eva Ann so that she can see you? Because we can kind of see her, but it feels she wants to see you a little bit too, right? Oh, she even wore a mask so she could be like you guys.
Oh, yeah.
How cool is that? Okay? Great job today, guys. See you, Eva.
Bye. Say thank you, teacher.
Bye.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Say thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Take care.